Why is it a smart move to be in the Bay Area? Why do people all over the tech world want to come to Silicon Valley? In 2011, Mark Andreessen from Andreessen Horowitz, one of the top VC firms in the world, famously said that software is eating the world. Now, if Silicon Valley is the largest tech hub in the country and you only have one life to live, why wouldn't you stack your odds to try to get here? I'm going to go over the top 5 reasons people choose to be here. And I'm also going to highlight the biggest con of them all. Let's talk about number 1, job opportunities. The reason why the ecosystem is so rich is because not only do you have a cluster of startups that are always looking at new opportunities and new ventures, but also you have the big tech companies, Meta, Google, Apple, Microsoft, LinkedIn. You also have a lot of biotech companies and pharma companies that have continued to understand that tech has been a very big play. So you see a lot of very successful people in biotech these days, which is not nearly as well known. In addition to that, you also have plenty of the, what I call the Internet 1.0 companies. Think about Cisco, think about HP. A lot of these players are still here and they're still doing just well. If you have so much opportunity here, why wouldn't you want to move here? A lot of these companies are requiring people to be back in the office. Take a look at what has happened with most companies. You have to be in the office several days a week. So for those that are thinking and hoping to be able to capitalize on the Bay Area salaries and income and live somewhere really cheap, that's not an option anymore. You need to be here and you want to be here. Number 2, it's the ambitious people and it's the work culture. This is actually what I like about here the most. And there is very few places in the entire country that has this kind of energy. And so that's super exciting because everybody you meet may be working on a different company. They may be progressing in their career. They may be constantly learning. Think about if you're an engineer. Think about if you're in data science. You got to constantly be learning and improving. You got lots of things that are going to continue to push the envelope forward. And so it's super exciting to understand and be grateful for all these people that are here. What if new people want to start up their own ventures? At the end of the day, some of these big companies don't move very fast. And there is lots of holes that smaller, more nimble startups can do. That's why the vibe right now for the startup energy is so much more lively, especially with AI that can disrupt a lot of things. Number 3, location. Easy access to good diverse food, lots of parks, lots of public facilities. Just getting around is fairly simple to all of a sudden being completely different environments. You can be in the suburbs when you live in San Francisco just 20 minutes away. Either south in San Mateo County, north in Marin County, plenty of options that you may have never even considered in the East Bay. Think about like Orinda, Lafayette. These are very wonderful suburb communities, yet most people think that San Francisco is the only place in the entire Bay Area. Keep this in mind, San Francisco is less than 1/6 of the population of the entire Bay Area metro. Number 4, weather and lifestyle. Everybody that comes here, whether they come from Europe, Asia, the East Coast, all love the weather here. You kind of take it for granted here. Imagine if you had seasonality. Imagine you have to get yourself out of snow. Imagine how humid it is for the summers in a lot of these areas. We're like, oh my God, it's 3 weeks that we need to turn on AC. Seriously? If you're living in Texas or you're living in Arizona, you're turning on AC 3 months of the year and you're not even leaving the home. We do take it for granted, but because of this, there's a lot of great lifestyle things that can be done. So for example, I talk to a lot of people that enjoy running. You can run all year round. How convenient is that? You can play golf all year round. On one end, we are busy with the work culture, so this is the balance of like understanding you still got to prioritize some on your health, but at the same time, you have this flexibility and you can just always just go out and enjoy the weather. And the last but not least, we think about the Bay Area as a hub, which it is. But if you think about places just 1 to 3 hours out, the whole scenery is different. Let's talk about it. You can go to Napa County, enjoy wineries, world-class wineries. People from all over the world come to Napa for wines. You can go to Mendocino County. You want something completely secluded? You can be like basically in the forest and that's only like 3 hours away. If you want to go skiing or snowboarding or hiking or in the wilderness, go to Lake Tahoe. That's only 3 to 4 hours away. If you want to be by the beach, you have a lot of great options. You can go to Santa Cruz, which is only an hour away. You can go to Carmel. You can go Pebble Beach. If you want some world-class golf, you can see there's so many different unique places that are only within 1 to 3 hours. These are literally day trips. How many other places in the world do you have this mesh of beach, mountains, and pleasant weather so that you can do this all year round? It's not all glamorous, but I'm going to talk about the biggest elephant in the room, cost. Now, while the rent is higher, the food itself isn't actually much more expensive. So let's kind of can that. Because of the density of restaurants, a lot of the food here is actually cheaper than what you can get in Texas and in Florida. But some of the benefits of the food here is that a lot of people say the food is way fresher and greener. I get this comment all the time from people all around around the country that has never seen so much fresh vegetables and fruits in their life. We do take it for granted, but consistently you can get mango shipped from India, durian shipped from Malaysia. So outside of the food cost, which is quite frankly very comparable, I'm going to talk about the shelter side of things. You can absolutely spend $4,000 to $7,000 a month easily for a 2-bedroom place throughout the Bay Area for rent. However, owning real estate over an extended period of time has proven very successful. Home prices on average in the Bay Area had increased nearly 350% since 2012. Compare that to the national average, which has increased 260%. While you would have done very well investing in real estate, you would have done incredibly well owning here. So what are lessons learned here? Stop wasting so much money on fancy rentals. Save that money, house hack, and live in a home with others. Live a little bit further out if you want a cheaper rent. You could easily save $30,000 to $50,000 a year just from rent alone, tax-free. Then what do? Invest that money into buying something as soon as you can, even if it's a starter condo and townhome. This way you're participating in the market, yet you continue to career your path goals. Even condos have outperformed other areas. You thinking condos don't appreciate is a big myth. Condos appreciated 335%, while the national average was 255%. I hope this video entices you to come to the Bay Area or stay here. I'm a native. I get to see it all the time, and I travel the world multiple times a year. My name is Spencer Su, your Bay Area real estate agent, and I help clients just like you successfully with their moves every single week. So don't hesitate to reach out, as I love to go over a Zoom strategy call to help you create a game plan with your move. Call or text me at 408-547-4590.